to this week's edition of BNN News. This week we're going to have a look at Mr. Stropes' class. They've been doing a few class presentations. And then we're going to have a look at the coaches and their outlook on the season. So, stay tuned to BNN News.
Watch BNN News, or else.
As I said, we're going to have a look at Mr. Stropes' class. I had a chance to sit in on one of their final presentations. This presentation consisted of the groups. The group that I got to sit in on consisted of Judith Cope, Zach Dunlap, Derek Jacobs, and Micah Overstreet. Their presentation was over molecular geometry. And they went through and as they described it, they had Zach Dunlap hold up their posters, and so they kind of showed off what they were doing there. And then as the presentation went through, the students would follow along in their books. That way they could keep up with the lesson. Because as the students were giving their presentation, they were actually teaching that chapter's lesson. So, very proud of all those students, and Mr. Stropes would like to tell them all thank you very much for participating, and glad you all worked hard on it.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed.
Student Council is going to be hosting a canned food drive for the less fortunate, and the last day to bring your cans is November 24th, and whichever class brings the most, you'll get out early for lunch, so please bring your cans.
Hi everybody, this is Jed, and I'm about to interview Coach Stahl about the upcoming girls basketball season. So, Coach Stahl, how many years have you been coaching the girls basketball team here at Frederick?
This is my third year to do junior high and second year to do high school.
So, how many seniors do you have coming back from last year's team?
I have two seniors, Jenny Oosterhout and Daisha Miller.
Is there any other returners from last year's team?
Lindsay Loveday, Michaela Miller, Mallory Hazel, and Casey White. We're pretty young. We have the one senior that she'll play quite a bit, and then our juniors, 2 or 3 of them are pretty strong. Our sophomore group's real strong. I'm gonna move up about 5 to 6 freshmen to suit up with us. Our numbers are down this year, but I don't think our dedication's there.
So what freshmen do you have that you're bringing up this year?
I have Brittany Thomas, Courtney McElroy, Tiffany Lucas, Casey Dunlap, Courtney Cooper, and Chrissy Cassidy.
After you played your red and white scrimmage, have played the red and white scrimmage and all that, how do you feel about this upcoming season?
Our junior high did real good at Childress. Our high school, we saw a lot of things that looked real positive, real good. That was last Tuesday. Last Thursday we had a scrimmage here, a red and white scrimmage. Our high school, it just seemed like it clicked over the next 2 days, and they looked really sharp. And junior high looked really good too.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Stahl.
Thank you.
And now we're here with Coach House, and we'll be asking him how he feels about how the boys' basketball season will be this year. So, Coach House, how many years have you been coaching the boys' basketball team here at Frederick?
Well, this is my going on my 8th year coaching here in Frederick. It's been a long time.
What all seniors do you have coming back to the team this year?
Well, I have 2 seniors that are returning starters, and Josh Tyler and Chance Perry. And then I have Anthony Nolan. I have Greg Jeffcoat and Juan Gonzalez are my other returning seniors.
What other players do you have returning from last year's team?
Last year's team, just really Clay Love. Wesley Knight had to sit out for medical reasons, but he's back also, which he had to sit out a year. But Clay Love is my only other junior besides Wesley. The rest are sophomores.
Now that you've had a week or so of practice, how do you feel about this year's basketball season?
Come on, Lyle, go on by. Lyle's doing the London. I tell you what, I feel like this is probably the strongest year we could possibly have coming into this at this time. We have several seniors that are going to contribute heavily, some sophomores that are going to contribute heavily, and of course the two juniors that I told you about a minute ago. It looks like we're going to be able to have enough depth for about 10 to play. And I've got 13 members, so it looks pretty good.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All righty, thank you.
All right. Looks like we got some sweatshirts with some hoods on sale. All right. The crew neck sweatshirt is $20. The hooded sweatshirt is $25. All right. And we only got for adults only, so y'all kids, it's all right. All right. We can get them in medium, large, small, large, extra large, triple X, and quadruple X for y'all big people.
Clay Love, reminds you to buy your yearbooks.
Thank you, Clay.
Welcome.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Charity. She recently was selected to be an all-state cheerleader, and so she's going to tell us a little bit about what she had to do to be selected for all-state. So, Charity, what all did it take for you to be an all-state cheerleader?
First, I had to try out for regionals, and there's 4 different regions, and they only pick 16 from each different region. So then if you made regionals, then you go to state, and then there's 64 from all those regions, and then they only pick 16 from 64 in the state.
During your
Oh my God.
During your tryouts, what did you have to do?
I had to first do a standing pass, and I did a standing back, and then then I had to do a running pass, and I did back handspring back, and then I did a toe touch, and then we had to do a cheer that they gave us.
Charity, have there ever been any other all-state cheerleaders selected from Frederick?
No, I'm the first one.
All right, congratulations, Charity.
Thank you.
Okay, ready for me?
Yep.
What did they give the cannibal when he was late for dinner?
What?
The cold shoulder.
Ha 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 ha.
Was that funny?
That's a funny one. Yeah.
This is what I think about Thanksgiving. Thanks for what I got.
These are Mexicans like Thanksgiving. That's the first time we get food. First time we get to see a wonderful meal. So, that's it. Bye.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this week's edition of BNN News. Have a safe weekend, and we won't have we won't watch BNN next week since it's only a 2-day weekend. So I'll go ahead and say, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.